Good morning. Morning. Let me know who's here. Got some incense. See who's here. Put a link on for folks to find it. Anyone else? Nope, not yet. Okay. No one else yet? So I'm going to wait just a few minutes and see if anyone else jumps on before we begin. But we'll start in a comfortable cross-legged position. Let's check. Camera's all good. Who else is awake? I've been awake since 5:30. So hopefully a few of you join us this morning. Looks skewed to me. So I'm going to give it another 1.5 minutes and then I'm going to start. Good morning. See, there's 2 people here. 2 people are up. Hopefully more to follow. I'll just give it another minute and then we'll begin. Up 4 people. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So I'm going to just wait another 1 minute and then we'll begin. Just going to have a quick sip of tea just before we start. So this morning you need your blocks and your strap as per usual. Have the blocks ready at the top of your mat and your strap. I've got myself my meditation cushion. I'm going to actually sit on that for starting. I'm going to start seated and do some alternate nostril breathing. So let's begin. So hopefully everyone's on that wants to join. Good morning, Jane. So starting in a Sukhasana position on your mat. So you can pop yourself on one of your blocks. You can sit on a cushion or a bolster. So crossing the legs, having the shins parallel with each other. Feel as though the spine is stacking itself nice and tall and straight over the pelvis. Check your shoulders are over your hips, so you're not leaning forwards or rounding. So straighten that back. And then we're going to take some alternate nostril breathing. So let me just demonstrate first. Somebody said good morning, so let me just say good morning. Good morning, Irina. Good morning, Sue. So sitting comfortably cross-legged, Sukhasana, on your blocks or your cushion. Taking the pointer finger and middle finger to the space between the eyebrows, the third eye, or onto the bridge of the nose. You're going to use your thumb to block the right nostril, and you're going to use the ring finger to block the left. So what will happen is you're going to alternate blocking and opening the nostrils using the ring finger and the thumb. So sitting nice and tall. Just a gentle engagement to wake up of that pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Give it a little squeeze and lift. Make sure that's switched on just a little bit. Draw navel to spine. Uddiyana Bandha, let's just hold that there just for a few breaths. So bringing your focus and attention inwards, closing the eyes. So you have your left hand resting onto your left leg. And bring your pointer finger and thumb together if that feels comfortable, or just have the hand resting gently with the palm facing up. So feel as though somebody's pulling you from a string from the top of your head up to the sky, up to the ceiling. So feeling the spine nice and long and tall. Let's begin with the alternate nostril breathing. So thumb, ring finger, alternating, blocking and releasing the breath. So blocking the right nostril with the thumb. So have the left nostril open. Take a breath in on the left. Block, open right, exhale. Inhale and block. Exhale left, inhale left, and block. Exhale right, inhale right, and block. Exhale left, inhale left, and block. So continue, inhale, exhale, block, inhale, exhale, block, inhale, exhale, and carry on like that, left and right. So doing about 10 rounds. So going left and right. When you get back to the left, that's 1 round. So beginning to count about 8 rounds. So taking 1 more round. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. And release. Taking hands to rest onto the knees. Keeping the eyes closed. Taking the focus and attention inwards. Just letting go of any sounds outside of the room. If you notice any thoughts, just observe the thought, but don't catch that train of thought. Just let the thought be and gently let it go. Coming back to focusing on the breath. Just noticing any space that you feel the breath strongest. Maybe you notice the breath between the nostrils and the upper lip. Maybe in the chest, maybe in the lower ribs. Maybe it feels as though your belly is breathing in and out. Just take a few more steady, even breaths here, in and out through the nose. Introducing a little ujjayi sound, a little whispering, oceanic victorious breath sound in the back of the throat. Re-engage Mula Bandha, pelvic floor. Draw navel to spine. Feel the shoulder blades slide slightly towards each other and the shoulders away from the ears. And lastly, before we begin to move with our breath and postures together, in yoga, which is really a moving meditation, let's set ourselves our own personal resolve, intention. It can be for your practice, it can be for your day, for your week ahead, weekend ahead, anything that resonates with you. So keeping that resolution bright and light, full of colour and detail. So really picture it in your eye, your third eye. So almost bringing that intention into this present moment. And then repeating that to yourself 3 times. I am. Fill in your intention. Something that resonates with you. Slowly opening up the eyes. So today we're going to take some twisting movements with the body. So just working with the digestion, working in the internal organs, and also feeling that release in the spine, in the back. So take a nice breath in. We're going to just take a twist. I'm going to mirror you over to your left. So looking over your left shoulder. So keep that spine nice and tall. So feel that stretch of that string from the top of your head. So sending your gaze, your drishti, to the far left. Big breath into center. Then exhale, twisting over to your right. Maybe feel some little clicks happening. First big movements in the body for this morning, probably if you haven't exercised already. Consciously breathing steadily and evenly. Keeping that little whispering oceanic sound to the breath. Inhale, center. Then let's take a big reach up, reach to the sky, and tilting from your hip creases, send your hands forward. Take your hands to your fingertips. So spider the fingers. See the sun has come in through my window. Sit a little bit further back. So growing the spine nice and long and tall, sending the heart, the chest forwards. Then dropping the head. Let the head drop between the arms. Scoop and lift navel to spine, so keep engaging Uddiyana Bandha. Big breath in. Let's walk your hands over to the left as far as they will go, so feel that stretch in the side body. All the way from the hip, all the way to the fingertips on that right side. Walk the hands a little bit further over. Then inhale, center. Exhale, over to the right. So make sure you're still rooting the left hip down. A little bit further over, just for one breath. Inhale, center. And then walk the hands up to the knees. Take yourselves off your block or off your cushion. And coming into Vinyasa, tabletop. So stacking hips over the knees. Taking the hands underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. Pointer finger facing the top of your mat. Little spin of the inner creases of the elbows forwards. Feel the chest open, the collarbones open, sternum. Taking your feet so that they press into the mat. And as you press your feet and hands into the earth, feel that lift in the belly. A little engagement of Mula Bandha as well. So feel pelvic floor lift. Take a nice breath in as we take our cow. So sending the belly down, tailbone up, chest lifts, and the gaze lifts. Then exhale, tucking the tailbone under, arch the upper spine towards the sky, drop the chin towards the chest. Big breath in. Into your cow, really work into all of those spaces. Exhale, tucking everything under. Push into the hands and into the feet. Really scoop the belly up. Big breath in. Big breath out. 2 more of each. Flow with your breath. Movements nice and fluid. Last cat. Then coming back to that neutral Vinyasa tabletop position. I'm going to thread the needle now. So big breath in, reaching your right hand up to the sky and sending it underneath the left arm. Placing yourself onto the shoulder, the right shoulder, and the right side, the temple of the head. Reaching, walking your left hand forwards. Hold it here. So the palm of the outstretched side hand is facing up. If you want to, you can reach that right arm up to the sky, left hand up to the sky. Finding it behind the back, reaching towards the right thigh. Open the chest a little bit more to the side. Lifting your gaze if that's available to you. Be careful with the neck. 2 more breaths in and out. Then placing the left hand into the mat. Press into the left hand to come back to all fours. Big breath in, left hand reaches up, take a twist, look up. Exhale, thread it through, under towards the right. So you're on your left shoulder, then walking the right arm forwards. So your arms are in an L-shaped position. Side hand, palm facing up. If you want to, you can reach that right arm up to the sky, just opening the chest a little bit more, twisting further. And then binding the hand behind the back to reach towards the left thigh. Lifting the gaze, opening the chest a little bit more to the side, so just a bit more of a twist. 2 more deep breaths in and out. Reaching up with the right hand, then placing it down, press firmly, coming back to all fours. Coming into Ardha Mukha Svanasana. So just send the hands a little bit further forward, tuck the toes. Let's first hover our knees off the mat just for a couple of breaths. Scoop and lift navel to spine. Then feel as though somebody's taking you by the tailbone, pulling from the tailbone by a thread, lifting the hips up. Press into the hands. And then start to walk out your dog. Oh, click, click, click with all of the joints there for me. Ankles clicking away. So feel all of those spaces into the body that you need to work today. So remember, this is your practice. Do what works for you. If anything isn't right, doesn't feel right, then come out of it. Take a break or take a child's pose. So consciously working with your body without judgment or without any self-criticism or ego or competition involved. So taking a few little rises up to tippy toes, spinning the hips from side to side. So keeping the arms completely static, Nothing's moving in the shoulders and the very upper body. It's just the hips swaying from side to side as you roll onto the side in an outer feet. So feeling a stretch again in the side body. It's almost like stretching from the armpits all the way down to the hip. Then replacing the feet. We're going to take a little side fallen star. So taking yourself on to the inside of your left foot, and walking the right foot across. You have to send your hands a little bit further forwards, opening the chest to the side, reaching up. So you're on the outer right foot and the inner left. 2 more breaths. Squeeze and lift into the hips. Then placing the left hand down. Let's move over to the other side. So stepping the left foot across to the side, going onto the outer foot of that left foot and the inner of the right. Squeeze and lift into the hips, push into that left hand really actively, reaching the right arm up to the sky. Squeeze into the glutes, squeeze the hips together. Two more breaths. Looking down to your left hand, place the right hand down, stepping that left foot back into your downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Then taking a little look forwards towards the hands, little steps up to the top, walking your feet to join the hands and then taking a little ragdoll. So just stretching into the backs of the legs, into the hamstrings, so clasping opposite elbows. Let the head go, so hang the head heavy, nod it yes, shake it no. Maybe some circles with the nose, drawing circles, both directions. Scoop and lift into the belly, straighten the legs a little bit more. They don't have to be completely straight, have a little bend there, but just work into that space into the hamstrings. So it's like you're pointing your tailbone up to the sky, sending the crown of the head down to the floor. Now softening into the knee, little bend into the legs. Allow the hands to fall down as you start to curl yourself up to standing. Nice and slowly. Head comes up last. You're going to take a little stretch to the side, so bring your feet together or hip distance apart, your choice. But if you have your feet together, have the heels separate, so a little V shape there, big toes touching. Reaching the arms to the sky. You're going to clasp your pointer finger and thumb of the right hand around the left wrist. Stretch and reach. It's like you're trying to pull the arm out of its socket and then going over to your right. So feel a lovely stretch down the side body, keeping the arms alongside the ears. Big, deep breaths in and out. Inhale, center, switch sides. So reach first, inhale, then exhale, tilting over to the side, jutting your hip out to the right. Gonna go one more each side, so inhale, center. First reach, inhale, exhale, see if you can go over a little bit further this time, keep those arms alongside the ears. Big breath in, center. Reaching, inhale, opposite side. Last one. Oh, it feels so good. Inhale to center. Exhale, arms by your sides. Taking a little tree pose. I'm going to mirror you, so standing leg left side. So checking that foot, root the big toe, all the other toes, all the edges, every part of the foot into the floor, Pada Bandha. Squeeze and lift into the standing leg thigh. Engage that standing leg glute and hip. Find your drishti spot for your gaze. Bring your knee towards your chest, your right knee towards your chest. And then very slowly taking the knee up to the nose down to the knee. And then finding your place for your foot. Big toe to earth, foot to calf, or taking it above the knee. Find that place that works for you. Bringing the knee open to the side, taking the hand to heart center. Reaching your branches, growing your branches tall, up to the sky. Feel the lift in the body, in the trunk. Squeeze that navel into spine, engage your abdominal muscles. Big breath in, bringing the hand back to heart center, nice and slowly. Bringing the right knee forwards. Extend the leg out front, hold it here, flex the foot. And then lower it down, nice and slow, control. Next little shake out, moving over to the other side. Taking that root of the foot into the ground. Big toe, other toes, all the edges of the foot. Squeeze and lift into the standing leg thigh, into the hip. Then slowly, using your drishti spot for your gaze, bringing your left knee in towards your chest. Then bringing the nose down to knee, knee to nose. Super slow with your movements. If you wobble, don't worry, it's early. Taking that spot for the foot, low or high, whatever works for you today, take it to that space that you feel is right for you. Hands to heart center. Reaching your branches up. Feel the lightness in your core. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Maybe you want to open your arms, open your chest. Send your heart forwards. Blow that sun from your heart. Reaching up to the sky. Bring your hands together. Consciously lowering them down with control to your heart. Bringing your knee forwards without touching the foot to the floor. Slowly extend the leg, squeeze into that thigh. Lift and hold, flex the foot. Big breath in. Exhale, slowly, slowly lower it down. So moving slowly, consciously, with control. Standing at the top of your mat. As we take some Surya Namaskara, classical Surya Namaskara. Feet together or feet hip distance apart, your choice. Samastitihi, hands to heart center. Just closing your eyes for a moment before we begin. So feeling yourself standing steady, visualizing that rising sun within you. Becoming aware of the energy of that rising sun glowing golden on the horizon. The sun, the source of light, the sun giving us warmth and vitality and energy. So just visualize this sun as the symbol of your emerging spiritual consciousness within you. So the rising sun and your rising spirit together. Taking your hands by your side, mountain pose, Tadasana. Big breath in, hands through center, reaching up, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, hinging from the hip creases into Uttanasana. Drop the head. Breath in, halfway lift, gaze forwards, hands to shins or fingertips, scoop the belly. Plant the hands, exhale, step the right leg back, drop the right knee. Inhale into Anjanasana, big breath in. looking up to the hands, palms together. Exhale, frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes. Inhale into plank, nice and strong. Exhale, releasing the knees, chest, chins to come into your locust position. So you're pressing into the hands, lifting the chest, looking up. Exhale through tabletop Vinyasa, tuck the toes, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Breath in as you step your right leg forwards. Exhale, drop the left knee. Inhale, Anjanasana, looking up. Sink into the hips. Exhale, framing the front foot. Tuck the back toes. And inhale into Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sending the hands up through center to Urdhva Hastasana, looking up to your thumbs. Exhale, flowing all the way down through center. Uttanasana. Inhale, fingertips, hands to shins, half lift. Plant the hands, exhale, stepping the right leg back, drop the back knee, release the toes. Breath in for Anjanasana, that deep low lunge. Framing the front, exhale. Stepping the left foot back into plank. Exhaling through Ashtanga Pranam, which is knees, chest, chin, then inhale. That locust, squeeze the elbows together, look up. Exhale through Vidalasana, tabletop into Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Breath in as you step the right leg forwards. Drop the back knee, exhale. Breath in for that low lunge. Looking up, little back bend. Exhale, frame front foot, tuck the back toes, and inhale into half lift. Scoop the belly up, gaze forwards. Exhale, folding deeply over the legs. Uttanasana. Inhale, hands through center. Then looking up, follow the thumbs with your gaze, looking up into Urdhva Hastasana, little micro back bend here, hips forward, arms back. Exhale, forward fold, hands through center. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift the heart and gaze. Stepping back, exhale on the right side, drop the knee. Breath in, Anjanasana. Really low lunge, really deep into the hips. And then framing the front foot, tuck the back toes. Breath in into plank. Exhale, Ashtanga Pranam. Inhale, pressing into the hands, lift the chest, looking up. Exhale through Vidalasana, tuck the back toes. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Big breath in, stepping the right leg forwards. Exhale, drop the back knee. Inhale, into that low crescent lunge. So really sinking deeply into that left hip crease. Looking up to your thumbs, little micro back bend. Framing the front foot, exhale. Tuck the back toes, inhale. Bringing the left foot forwards into your half lift, gaze forwards, lift the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, forward fold deeply. Inhale, hands all the way through center. Then all the way up to Urdhva Hastasana. You can follow your gaze, follow the thumbs with your gaze. Now looking up, hold it here, hips forwards, arms back, little micro back bend. Then back to Samsthiti. And back to your mountain pose. Inhale into Utkatasana, chair pose. Hold it here. So setting up your feet a little bit closer together. Maybe big toes touching. Scoop and lift into the belly. Really lift here. Then you're reaching the arms. Look up between the hands. You can bring the palms of the hands together if it's okay for your shoulders. And then work on lifting the heels. Two more breaths. Exhale, drop the heels. Lowering yourself down a little bit more. Hands to heart center, so sending the hips back in space. Taking a twist over to the right. So squeezing the legs towards each other. Knees and legs do not twist. Opening your arms to the side, Parivrita Utkatasana. So revolving and twisting to the right. Looking up to your right hand. Steady, even breaths. Inhale, hands back to heart center. Exhale, hooking that right elbow over the left knee. Stacking the hands up, one on top of the other first. Then opening up your wings. 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock arms. Looking up to your top hands. 2 more breaths. Inhale, back to center. Root to rise. Inhale. Back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Have your blocks ready at the top of your mat because we're going to take Ardha Chandrasana, so you need to have your blocks if you use blocks for that. Mountain pose. Inhale, chair. Utkatasana. Exhale, deeply forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, hold the breath as you step or jump into your plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or taking Chaturanga Dandasana, your choice. Inhale, you can take that locust like we did in the Surya Namaskar classical style, or you can take a full upward facing dog. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in, squeeze and lift the right leg up to the sky. Hold it here. So the hips have not moved, they're not twisting or opening. Then bringing yourself onto the tippy toes of your left foot. Bring the weight forwards ever so slightly. Bringing the knee into chest. Hold it here. Then stepping that right foot between the hands. We're going to come into Ashta Chandrasana. So we're on the heel of the back foot, the ball of the back foot. The heel is lifted at the back, looking up between your hands. Clicking away here in my ankles. No pain though, so it's just some noise. Big breath in. Exhale, frame that front foot. Inhale, plank. Exhale, taking that knees, chest, chin if you wish, or Chaturanga. Inhale for a full upward facing dog, or keeping with the locust, your choice. Exhale, driving the hips back, draw navel to spine. Big breath in, floating the left leg towards the sky, keeping the hips level. Coming onto the tippy toes of the right foot, weight comes forwards. Bring that left knee into your chest. Touch the nose if you want. Then stepping the left foot between the hands, exhaling. Big breath in, push into that front foot, sink into the hips, driving that back heel away behind you. Inhale, looking up to your hands. Ashta Chandrasana, you can have the arms separate or bring the palms together. Big breath in, exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale into your plank, nice and strong, driving into the heels of the hands. Exhale through Chaturanga, elbows tucked close to the body. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog or locust. Exhale, driving the hips back, downward facing dog. Reset your breath. Steady and even. Scoop navel to spine. Drishti to navel. Softness in the shoulders and to the elbows. Stretch the heels down towards the mat. Then inhale, looking forwards. Exhale, step or jump to the top. Inhale, half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale into your chair, Utkatasana. Follow your hands with your gaze. Root to rise, inhale. Exhale back down to your mountain pose. Inhale. Into chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, step up, jump into plank, nice and strong. Exhale to lower. Hover above the mat if you're taking chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One big breath in as you take the right leg towards the sky, then stepping it forwards between the hands. Drop the back heel this time. Inhale, Virabhadrasana, warrior one. Look up to your hands, palms together, all hands apart. Exhale, frame the front foot, step it back, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drive the hips back, scoop the belly towards spine. Breath in, left side towards the sky. Step it between the hands, drop the back heel. Inhale, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Exhale, frame the front foot, step it back, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Reset your breath. In and out. Steady, continuous and even. Inhale, bend knees a little bit, look forwards. Exhale, step or jump lightly to the top. Breath in, scoop the belly, gaze forwards. Exhale, deeply fold over the legs. Inhale, chair. And then rising up and bringing the hands down by your side. So last time. Inhale, chair. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, hold the breath as you step, jump back, exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Now inhaling, kicking the right leg towards the sky, then stepping it forwards between the hands. Coming into Ashtha Chandrasana for one breath. And then we're going to take it over to a twisted half moon. So we're sending your weight forwards. And then bringing your left hand down onto your block. Opening up to the right, lifting the right arm to the sky. Big breath in, look down to your front foot. Lower the left leg, the left foot back down, coming back into Ashtha Chandrasana for one breath. Breathing in. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step it back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Open the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Driving the hips back, scoop the belly up into the spine. Inhale, lift. Left leg to the sky, then stepping it forwards. One breath in, Ashtha Chandrasana. And then reaching forwards, taking your right hand to your right block, sending your weight into your left leg, lifting the right leg up, hip height, then opening the chest to the side. So Parivrita, Ardha Chandrasana, so revolved half moon. 2 more breaths. Look up to your top hand if you can. Big breath in and look down to your front foot. Lower the top arm, lower the back leg. Breath in. Woo. Balancing into Ashtha Chandrasana. That one breath, look up. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step it back, inhale, into plank. Exhale, lower. Breath in. Full upward facing dog. Or sticking with your locust, that's absolutely fine. Downward facing dog, one breath. Inhale, little bend of the knees, look forwards. Exhale, step or jump to the top. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, chair. Then rising up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Center Samastiti. Taking your feet wide, stepping them wide. So facing me or coming to face the side of your mat. Prasarita, Padottanasana. So the outer blades of the feet are parallel with each other. Hands to the hips. Open the chest. Lift and lengthen. Inhale. Exhale, hinge from those hip creases. Reaching the body forwards and then down. Bringing the hands behind the back, clasping them together. Lifting the hands up towards the sky. Bring your weight into your toes a little bit more. Sending the crown of the head down to the floor. Taking a big breath in, come halfway up. Release the arms. Take the hands now into a position which is lining up with the feet. Squeeze the elbows towards each other. Send the crown of the head down towards the floor. Now if you want to take your little tripod headstand, take that here. If you're not, just keep reaching the crown of the head down to the floor. Tripod, just one breath. Elbows squeeze a little bit more towards each other. Bring the hands together if you can. So hands together now. Squeeze the elbows towards each other. Feel that space open between the shoulder blades. And you can reach the arms behind you. Palms together. On your next breath in, plant the hands firmly to center and inhale. Halfway up, take your right hand to center. Then inhale, lifting the left hand to the sky, twisting. Looking up to your top hand. Squeeze and lift into your belly. Big breath in, planting the left hand down, press into that left hand. Reaching the right hand up, so twisting and lifting. Check in on the breath, keep it nice and strong, nice and steady. 2 more breaths. Big breath in. Bring the hands to center. Exhale, hands to heart and hands to hips. And then big breath in, lifting the body up. Look to the front of your mat if you turn to the side. And then step your feet together with control. Coming into our standing balances. So we're going to take 2 little standing balances. First, I'm going to take an eagle Garudasana, this kind of prep. So it's not full eagle, but we can eagle the arms. We've got the eagle legs. So standing leg, left leg, root the foot. Drishti spot for the gaze. Bringing the right foot across the other leg, across the left leg. Flex the foot firmly. Bring your hands to heart center. So 2 options. You can take a breath in, lowering down into the bending into the standing leg. Or you can eagle the arms. So so you have your opposite to leg to arm on top. Keeping the chest lifted, just sinking into the standing leg. Then inhale to straighten the standing leg, release the arms, release the leg, give everything a shake. Over to the right side. So because your left leg is on top, your left arm goes underneath. So you take the opposite bind of the arms to what's happening with the legs. So flexing the left foot firmly, open the knee to the side. So take that bind of the arms. Squeeze into the belly. bend into the standing leg, keeping the chest lifted. Two more breaths. Slowly coming up to standing. Don't worry if you wobble. It's all good. Next pose. Using your strap onto the foot. I'll just demonstrate first. Holding onto the foot, or holding onto the strap, or holding onto the knee. So there's three options. So we're going to twist and open to the side. Option one. Option two, you take the strap around the foot, extend. Or you take the peace fingers around the big toe and reach back with the opposite arm. So taking your choice, starting with standing leg on your right side. So root the foot first. Find that drishti spot. Bringing the left knee in and up first. So either choosing to clasp the knee, hold onto the knee and reach back, or grabbing hold of your strap or the big toe. Moving really slowly, so don't rush. Particularly when you move the head. So aiming to look back to your backhand. 3 more breaths. And switch sides. Other leg, standing leg. Left side, root that big toe. Squeeze and lift into the belly. So taking your choice of holding the knee, holding the strap, holding the foot. Big toe. Reaching your right arm back. Three more breaths. Slowly lowering it down. Release the foot, release strap or knee. Give your legs a shake. Coming to stand at the top of your mat. Vinyasa to seated. Spread your wings wide, reaching up with the arms. Exhale, swan dive forwards. Drop the hands Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Not in the hands, hold the breath, step the jump back. Exhale, lower. Chaturanga, knees, chest, chin, your choice. Inhale, full upward facing dog, or your salamba. Salambasana, locust position, it's always your choice. Downward facing dog. Little breath in, bend the knees, you're gonna just walk or hop your feet up to join the hands. They're coming into a yogi squat. So working into your squat, you can lift the heels. You can prop blocks under the heels if you feel you need to do that. Just see how that feels. It might feel absolutely amazing. We might be able to drop the heels down to the mat. But open the hips, lifting the chest. You might want to try taking the blocks away. So just explore your edges. See where they go. I'm going to take the blocks away. Excuse me. Changing my feet position just slightly. Working into my hips. And now I'm going to lift up. And then come back down again. I do that a couple of times just to sink into the hips. Work into the hips. So you take it to where you can. You might be in a comfortable malasana already. So find that place that works for you. Then taking a twist, excuse me, right hand across to the left foot to reach up, and then over to the other side. One more each side. And then from here, we're going to take a little side crow. So we did this maybe last week or 2 weeks ago. Bring your feet together. If you feel you need to put some landing gear, take a cushion or your block to the side. Bring your feet together and come onto the tippy toes. And then you're reaching over to the side. So I'm going to my right, which is your left. So I'm taking my elbows into the side of my leg. So one above the knee, the other one will be towards my hip. So really imagine your hands are your support, your feet in this position. We're going to just move into it slowly. So draw the elbows in towards each other. Activate, squeeze into the shoulder blades, into the collarbones, into the chest, and then squeeze into the torso, into the core. Make everything switch on. Really use those hands. Just lift one foot off, and then have a go at lifting both. Squeeze the legs together. Two more breaths if you got it. And then come back up. Over to the other side. So take your cushion with you. If you feel that just makes you feel a little bit more comfortable, just in case you drop down. It's not too far. So setting yourselves up on the other side, legs together, squeeze them together. A little turn out actually. I turn my hands out ever so slightly to bring the elbows in tight. So we squeeze the elbows towards each other once they are on the side leg, into the hip, into the knee, squeeze into the belly, engage, cross the shoulders, lifting one foot, maybe lifting the other one, hold it there, 2 more breaths. And then coming back up. Well done. Whew. Really strong. You might be sweating. It's a really, really strong engagement of lots of muscles. So well done. So coming into a little child's pose now. So dropping onto the knees. Drop the buttocks towards the heels. Drop the forehead down to the mat. Reach the arms behind, palms facing up. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Close the eyes. Just for 3 more breaths. Big breath in. Coming to sit up. And then taking your hips to the left. So you have your feet to the side. Then take a twist over to your left. So you can take the left hand behind the back, reach towards the right hip. Big breath into center. Over to the other side. So twisting to the right. So grow that spine nice and tall. You'll feel it all the way from the hips. Squeeze and lift into the belly. Reaching that right hand round towards the left hip or thigh. So you're looking behind you for your drishti. Inhale, center. Ooh, extend the legs out front. Dandasana, staff pose. Hands either side of the buttocks. Squeeze into the thighs, flex the feet towards you, drop your chin towards your chest. Shoulder blades back and down, away from the ears. Drishtis to your big toes. Imagine your back is pushing up against the wall, super straight. Squeeze and lift into Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha, Mahabandha. All three. Keep that energy, that heat that you've generated inside the body. Keep it there. Then release. Take your left foot in, hands distance apart from the right leg. Right hand alongside the right hip. Going to reach up and then reach forwards and then bind behind that left leg. Lift and lengthen and then extend over the right leg. So folding over the left leg. Inhale, and then we're going to twist to your left. So you're going to hook the right arm across. You can have the hand facing to the side. We can have a go at binding behind with the arms. Keep that right leg active. Drishti to the left, far left. Two more breaths. And release. Swap sides. So bringing that right foot in, hand distance apart. Left hand next to the hip. Inhale, reach forwards. And then bind behind the bent leg. Reach behind with the other one. Clasp the hands together. Now if you can't reach, don't worry. Maybe take your strap to just give that space so you can reach towards the two hands towards each other. Lift and lengthen over your right leg, sorry, your left leg. I'm mirroring you. Make sure that foot, extended foot, doesn't switch off. So keep that left leg super active. Drishti to the big toe. Two more breaths. Big breath in. Twisting over to the right, so hooking the left arm across that right knee. So you're looking behind you. Be on your fingertips. Nice and long, tall spine. Or binding the arm around and behind the bent leg. Making sure that left leg is still active, flexing the foot towards you. Drishti to the far right. Squeeze into the belly. Two more breaths. Exhale, release. Coming into a little grasshopper. So I'm going to face side on. You're going to take your right foot. Oh, I'm going to mirror you, so I'm going to say left. Take your left foot across your right leg. Start to reach towards your right. And then you're going to take your left hand to the outside of the right foot. And you're going to lift that foot. Lift that leg. And push into the earth with your right hand. If you can't reach the right foot, take your strap around and use your strap. So coming into our baby grasshopper. Look to the side a little bit to head. Push into the standing foot, if you want to call it standing balancing foot. Gaze forwards, lift. Breathe, little smile. 3 more breaths, hold. Squeeze into the belly, super squeeze it tight. 2, 1, slowly lower it down. Over to the other side. Taking your right foot across the left leg. Turning to your left, so twisting to the left. So we've done lots of twisting already today. Reaching your right hand to the outside of your left foot. Planting your left hand in to the ground. Squeeze it fairly, the elbow close to the body. So you're going to drive into that right heel. First, lift the leg. Take a nice breath in. And then push into the foot, into the hand, and lift. Well done. Hold it here for another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, little smile, 1. Lower it down nice and slowly. And release the legs. Coming into a little bridge, just to counter pose into the spine. So taking a nice slow roll down, nice and gently, vertebra by vertebra. Bring the feet in. We'll do maybe a supported bridge this time for a change. So let's just roll the spine up, curl the pelvis up off the floor, tuck the elbows close, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, keep the thighs parallel, and then take the heels of the hands into the bones of the sacrum behind. So make sure those legs don't splay out to the sides. Keep those thighs parallel. Maybe wiggle the shoulder blades a little bit closer together. Open the chest. Deep breath into the belly. 3 more. In and out. So last big breath in. Feel the belly rise. Exhale, release the hands from the lower back. Separate the shoulder blades, then roll down through the spine. C-curve that spine back down. Bring the knees into the chest. Squeeze tightly. It's like you're trying to take your knees into your armpits. Maybe a little rock from side to side. Maybe a little rock and roll. Lifting the head. Maybe a little roll forwards. And then coming back down. Keep the legs extended. Take the arms out wide. Bring the right knee in. Hold onto the right knee with the left hand. To bring that knee in tight towards the chest. And then we're going to take the knee over to the left. So taking a supine twist. So it's like the standing version that we did. Now, you can extend the leg. Hold onto the toe if you feel you can. Look to your backhand, so looking to your right. Hold here another 3 breaths. Bending the knee if you straighten the leg. Bring the leg back to center and switch sides. So opposite hand to opposite knee, hug it in towards the chest. And then taking the knee over to the side, twisting into the body. Keep the shoulders glued to the floor. Looking to your outstretched hand. So with every exhale, just twisting that a little bit further. If you want to stretch the leg straight, holding onto the big toe if you can, onto the foot, onto the ankle. Two more breaths. Then release the toe, the foot. Bend that knee again. If you straighten the leg, bring it to center. Hug it in. Little rock and roll. Come up to seated. And just going to take a side twist. So opening the right leg to the side, bring the left foot in. Sitting tall and then bringing the elbow down towards the floor. Reach towards your right foot. We're reaching overhead with the left arm and then bring the arm alongside the ear. Opening the chest to the side as much as possible. Big inhale to center. Switching sides, extending the left foot, left leg Bring the right foot in. Bring the elbow down to the floor. If it doesn't touch the floor, don't worry. Maybe take your block underneath the elbow. Reaching overhead, right arm. Stretch, stretch, stretch towards the side foot. Keep the arm alongside the ears. Deep breaths. In and out. Big breath in, reach up. Oh, that feels so good. And slowly release. 2 more postures. First, a forward fold. Then we lift our legs overhead, Viparita Karani, and then Sukhasana. First, Paschimottanasana, reaching up, extend, lengthen, engage the thighs, flex the feet towards you. Reach first for those feet. Reach, 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 extend beyond. And then grabbing hold of what you can. Maybe it's the big toes with the peace fingers. Maybe it's the outside of the feet or the ankles, or use your strap. You can take a block underneath the feet. So wherever you reach, it's absolutely fine. So it doesn't matter. We're all made differently. So lift and lengthen. Exhale, folding over the legs. Belly to arrive first, to attach first to the thighs. Then the chest lands, and then the head. So we're hinging from the hip creases. Keep the thighs engaged and squeeze into the thighs. Just give them a bit of a squeeze. And then release them a little bit. See if that helps you fold further over the legs. Let's hold it here for another 5 deep breaths in and out. So with every exhale, hinging further forward over the legs. 2 more. On your next breath in. Slowly coming up. And then rolling onto your backs. Nice and gently. Extending the legs up to the sky. Have the arms alongside the body, palms facing down. Push those shoulder blades into the earth. Squeeze into the belly. So scooping the belly in. Pulling that navel to spine. Squeeze the thighs actively. Squeeze into the glutes, into the hips. Flex those feet down towards you. Let's hold it here for another 10 breaths. So it's like you're trying to squeeze into every muscle. Squeeze those arms down into the floor. Push them down. Five more breaths. Very active. Another 2. And slowly relax. Drop the feet to the floor. Send the arms out wide, palms facing up. Window wiper those knees, gently side to side. Maybe rolling the head, also side to side. And then finding that position that you feel most comfortable. Could be knees bent with the legs supporting each other. So knees falling inwards, dropping towards each other to support. Might be legs extended. It might be supine Baddha Konasana. So you choose what works for you. Maybe you want to take your right hand to your belly and your left hand to your heart center. Roll the head a little bit side to side. And then just find that center spot, that comfortable spot on the back of the head. Closing the eyes. And really connect again with the breath. So noticing the breath. But this time without trying to change it in any way. Just feel the natural flow, the natural rhythm of the breath in and out through the nose. Starting to relax the muscles of the face. So uncreasing, de-wrinkling around the eyes, the eyebrows, the brow, the forehead. Separating the teeth, unclenching the jaw. Feeling the full volume of the tongue rest heavy in the roof of the mouth. Just letting the face completely relax. All the muscles, the skin, soft and wide. Maybe a little curl of the corner of the lips into a gentle, just a hint of a smile. Relaxing the muscles of the neck and shoulders. Softening the arms into the floor. Softening the upper back, the lower back. Softening and releasing into the chest, into the belly, to all the internal organs. Letting them go, just feeling everything soften and relax. Releasing into the hips and buttocks and pelvis, thighs and hamstrings, shins and calves, ankles and feet. Just letting go completely. You're heavy. Feel yourself melting into the floor, knowing that you are fully supported. And just coming back to your resolve, your intention. Just maybe looking at that and taking this opportunity of stillness to just consciously reconnect with that intention. Make that intention really definite. Just remaining here for another few breaths. Keeping that focus and attention inwards. Just hearing the sounds, the vibrating sounds of the singing bowl. Slowly bringing awareness back into the space, into the room. Maybe bringing some movement into the fingers and toes, maybe wiggling the fingers and toes. Giving yourselves a lovely stretch along your mat. And very slowly, without rushing, rolling over onto your right side. And then coming up back to your seated position as we began. Choosing lotus, half lotus, or a cross-legged seated position, your choice. Keeping the gaze low, the eyes closed. Bringing your hands consciously together, connecting your hands together, the palms, the fingertips, the thumbs, taking them to rest at your heart center. And then bowing down your third eye towards your heart, honoring yourself, honoring your practice, honoring your universe around you. the greatest love, kindness, gratitude, and respect. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. And I'll see you all very soon. Thank you. Bye, everybody.